Hi, this is an update regarding my microdiscectomy. I have L4-5 bulging disc canal stenosis and L5-S1 disc extrusion prolapsic disc, 1.1 centimetre. I have seen my physiotherapist, pain management, and he gave me some hints and tips which I thought I would share with you, obviously leading up to my surgery. He said that for when I do these videos it's better to stay positive because there could be someone who is in severe pain like I have been who could be tipped over the edge. So I just wanted to try and share my experience in a positive light rather than a negative light. Before I had my first nerve root block, I was on tramadol and then I was switched on to Oxycontin. Oxycontin is like one of the morphine-based slow-release tablets, as far as I know, and also put an amitriptyline as well as a nerve pain. It also acts as an antidepressant too. Before I had the nerve root block done and before I started the Back to Fitness exercise program, which was a 6-week program, I went from not being able to walk and drive and severe pain all the way down my right leg, down the side, all the way down to my 3 little toes, pins and needles, numbness, low back pain. It was horrendous. The pain is horrible. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, and it's the worst pain I've ever had compared to giving birth, etc. So obviously once I had the nerve root block done and I did the exercise program with the stretchers, and where he basically describes what pain is and how to manage it. It's a bit like a lecture. It was very good. I went from not being able to walk and drive to being able to walk a bit and drive a bit. So although the nerve root block wasn't my miracle answer, which I thought it might have been, it did help me. It did get rid of a bit of the pain. I was able to drive and walk a bit. Obviously, like I said, it wasn't my miracle, like I thought it might have been. It's just specifically for leg pain, and that's why I'm having the operation on my lower back, L4-5, L5-S1 microdiscectomy. The exercise program that I was on, it learned me how to do stretches and exercises basically that strengthen the core, which is around your back and your stomach basically, and your legs. I learnt to build these up every week. How many times I have to do the stretches, the exercises, I have to do everything paced is the key. So within the pain management program, it was like a lecture where you'd attend a course and there's like a teacher, but although he's the physiotherapist, he explained how your body reacts to pain and what causes pain, etc. Basically, your body does not know that your discs exist in your back. They're like a foreign object. The body has no idea that they're there. So obviously once your disc becomes bulging, I'm pressing on the spinal canal and a disc comes out, disc prolapse, disc extrusion, slip disc, there's many names for it when it actually comes out and compresses the nerve roots. When it does compress the nerve roots, basically it's saying all these like pain signals. If you think of like Pac-Man, they all start coming out, trying to get rid of this foreign body. Then it sends all these signals up to your brain and putting your brain on alert, and that's how you end up in so much pain. The brain doesn't have any nerve endings in it. If you was to have brain surgery, you would feel the pain, or that someone was touching you in a different part of the body, because your brain doesn't have nerve endings. So for example, if they were to touch the area in your brain that controls your legs, you'd probably feel your leg hurting rather than your brain. Anyway, I've learnt that. He also said for me to remain positive, to keep active as much as I can before my surgery, I am going to be doing my stretches and my pre-operative exercises to strengthen my core before I have my surgery, which will be very soon. To eat a well-balanced diet, basically it's quality over quantity, like quality pieces of meat, lean meat, no fat, eat everything that's natural, that's homemade basically, none of these pre-packed frozen foods that have all of the artificial preservatives, colours, etc. in, because some of these foods, I'm not saying all of them, there's just some specific foods, I'm not sure what they are, you might need to Google that, but there's foods that do cause your body to basically, the body has information and it's from such foods that cause it. I don't know which ones they are, but I'm sure you can find out that information. I've been trying to eat a healthy diet anyway. I mean, you can have, like, you know, chocolate, but obviously in a small amount. You don't want to be having a pigging out session on chocolate, although I do sometimes, I will admit. I do like my chocolate, especially being a woman when it's that time of month. And also coffee, you know, as long as you keep everything in good amounts, you should be fine. So I've taken on that advice from him. I told him that if he wanted me to be like a speaker for, you know, other people that would be going through this, and, you know, I'm happy to do that, because obviously due to everything that's happened, I have lost my job. I didn't want to lose my job. I really enjoyed my job. But I can't help my back, I can't help the pain that I'm in, and no one seems to understand that this pain, it affects your whole life. It's a bit like a vicious circle. You're in pain, you get stressed, you get frustrated, you have the pain meds, they mess up with your head a bit, and then the more stressed you are, the more pain you have. It's just a continuous cycle, really. So the key things in this is to pace everything, from having the nerve root block, walking, showering, everything that you do in life, it will affect all of it. You just got to try and remain positive. If the doctors don't get you in for surgery straight away, they're only doing this to avoid surgery, because surgery is last resort. They need to try these epidurals, nerve root blocks, pain management programs first, before they refer you on to a surgeon's opinion. But obviously, if you have a surgeon's opinion and the surgeon says that you need to have this surgery, then have it. With my surgery, I'm on the cancellation list, so I could go in at any time. I do know when my surgery is now. I don't wish to share it. But I have a lot of things to get sorted out before I have my surgery. Like the house needs to be safe for me to when I come back home. Like anyone would be, I'm very scared of back surgery, I'm not going to lie. It's around my spinal cord. I have been having some symptoms of cordy-equina syndrome, because the spinal canal comes halfway down to your back and the spinal cord, then it branches off, known as a horse's tail, which is a cordy-equina syndrome, and obviously all those are attached to your legs, to your bladder, bowel, stomach, etc. And when those roots are being compressed, they can give you symptoms of this. Obviously, my disc extrusion at L5-S1 is a massive extrusion that's come out of its sac, basically. It is a lot bigger than it was before, it's doubled in size. I am going to be as sad as twice a surgeon if I can look at these pieces of disc after I've had surgery. I know that seems really sad, but through an injury that was caused in September, which I obviously didn't find out what was wrong with me until February. I can't go into detail what the injury was and how it happened, but it's being dealt with. I want to know how big these little discs are, because they have caused massive disruption in my life. You know, it's like, I suppose it's a bit like, you know, going to court and seeing the person who's done something in front of you. But with my experience, it's my discs. So I probably won't be allowed to see them, but I can ask. I also just want to say it's very important that you have people around you who understand, get them to research what's wrong with you, surgery, nerve root blocks, get them to try and understand that the medication affects you in such a way. It's very important that your family and friends understand. It's very important that they're there for you. You need people in your life who love you, support you, and will do everything for you. You know, when you have surgery, or to help you. If you haven't got people in your life, or you've got a few that really aren't what they say they are, like they're not showing love, support, etc., sometimes you have to cut all ties and walk away. There's, you know, sometimes you can't help that. It's just the way life is. The key person in this, in the nerve root block, the appointments, the surgery, is you. You need to remain positive. Positive, it's very important to be basically positive. I keep saying that word. But you need to get yourself in the frame of mind that you're going to have this surgery. You're going to get through it. You're going to have to do everything that you're told by the surgeons, by the physios, and you have to do everything paced. You need to eliminate as much stress as possible, because stress affects the pain, which results in more pain. I'm hoping that I do make a full recovery. And I am scared about surgery. I will admit I'm absolutely petrified because it's my spine. I've had C-section before. Obviously I was scared about that because I was having a baby, but I got through it. The pain was manageable. I know this is my back. There is chance I might not wake up. Very slim chance. Probably near enough impossible. Or blood clot, or you know, that kind of thing. Basically, might end up in more pain. But the thing is, if this surgery was offered to me to make my life better, to get back to me, then they obviously think that I have a very good chance of recovering from it. I have had all my bloods tests, you know, like functions of lungs, etc. Everything has come back spot on, so I'm really pleased about that. Obviously, once I have my surgery, which will be very soon, I'm not going to be able to update as much because I don't know how much pain I'm going to be in. I am going to be doing a day 1, day 3, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year updates with my journey. I've also volunteered to be like a case study, like speaker for my physiotherapist, because I do want to help others. And if I can help others going through this journey, then I will do, because I have lived with this pain for far too long. The pain has been absolutely horrendous. I've not known pain like this, and I am now ready to take my life back. I'm ready to have my life back. That's very upsetting for me because I've lost a lot this year. It has been very, very emotional. It's been very, very hard. The things that I've lost this year, everything's been out of my control. But what I do have control over is my health, my stress levels, and I am obliterating all of them to make sure I have the best chance at surgery. I just want to say to the people that I love you very much, and if anything happens to me, you need to know that I love you. My children, my family, and someone else, he knows who he is. I have to do this for me, and I need to feel loved, I need to feel wanted, I need to feel that I'm the centre, because this is about me, my family, me recovering and being the person I used to be, me to get back to work. I'll update soon. Thank you for watching, and good luck if you're having surgery. See ya.